I think the first thing is, I think people are afraid. That's the first thing that I realized. And when people are afraid, they typically don't act. And so what I mean by that is we have to understand the best cure for cancer is prevention. The best medicine for cancer is not to get it in the first place. So if you know are a strong smoker and you know you need to be screened for lung cancer, you should do that. Even if there's fear of the outcome, meaning you get screened for it and you're told now you have lung cancer. So we have to overcome that. I think that's the first barrier is fear. And so we have to go to the doctor. How I grew up, people were scared to go to the doctor because they were told that when you go to the doctor, he's all or she's always going to tell you some bad news. So you have to understand, the more you prolong it, the more the bad news is just going to pile up. You're just sitting on something that's brewing, essentially. And so you have to face the front. And I think that's going to the doctor, being seen, getting screened for these common cancers. Lung cancer, that's common. Prostate cancer is common. Colon cancer, that's common. Not for our community, for all communities. But especially our community is common, man. For prostate and colon especially, but lung cancer too. Then the blood cancers. We don't typically screen for it, but you should be evaluated. At least get your labs drawn. And so I think that's where it starts, screening. And then habits. We have habits. Yeah, especially I think poverty and stress brings bad habits. Smoking, eating bad foods, alcohol, all of these habits we have to really try our best to circumvent. And that's a whole entire conversation, but I think it starts with getting to the doctor, getting screened, and also being very, very aware and keen on our habits. And the last thing I'm going to say is family history. Understanding your family history. You know, we don't talk about cancer in our community. My family don't talk about it. We don't even know why grandma died or what cancer she died from. She didn't disclose it. She didn't want to get the family worried. Grandpa didn't want to get the family worried, so he dealt with it on his own. And so it's a lot of, you'll be surprised how many patients I meet and I go through their family history and I say, okay, let's talk about your family history of cancer. They say, well, my grandma died of cancer. Okay, what's cancer type? I don't know. She ain't talk about it. So we have a lot of that. A lot of these conversations are going on now where we have a family history of cancer, but don't know exactly what cancer. Trying to understand our family history is going to be very important. And those three things, I think, will get us on the right track. Screening, being keen to our bad habits, and also understanding our family history.